Hello, my beautiful friends. Welcome back to another Vinyasa practice. Today we're working up into a peak pose called Surya Yantrasana, or sun instrument pose. Some other people know it as sundial pose or compass pose. This is a grounded posture and we have one leg kind of sticking up in the air. We try to twist our spine and our shoulders and then reach our opposite hand towards the foot. So it's a pretty fun one. So we're going to explore a lot through opening the adductors, the spine, the shoulders. If you were curious about experiencing a 70-minute version of this class, we have one down in our Patreon account down below. So feel free to check that out. We also have the opportunity to practice Birds of Paradise, which is another standing posture quite similar to this. Or we can try a standing variation of this pose as well if you're feeling up to it. All right, let's get started in a seat today. So cross your legs over in whatever way feels good. Take a deep breath in, lift tall through the spine. And then as you exhale, closing down the eyes. Grounding the hips towards your mat, the ground. Feeling the shoulders soften. Allowing the muscles in the face to relax. And we'll take the next couple of breaths to pause and really land in the mat. Physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically. Take one more deep breath in. Fill up the belly, the ribs, and the chest. Hold the breath at the top for a moment. Exhale, let that breath go. Just make sure that you have your left foot out the front. Take a deep breath in as you lift up tall. Exhale, walk your hands forward and then over to the left. So you're crossing yourself towards your left knee. Tuck the chin in, take another breath in as you lengthen the spine, maybe even looking to the hands. As you exhale, drop the chest down, slide the shoulders towards the ground. Walk the hands back a little bit, plant the left hand to the ground. Right hand comes behind the head. Breathe in as you open the right elbow back, lift the chest up. Exhale, close the elbow, drawing the chest towards the thigh. Breathe in, open. Exhale, twist. 2 more times, breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in. Let the breath go, dive a little bit deeper. Next time you inhale, open and hold. Start to slide the left foot out. Connect the right foot to your left inner thigh. Left hand comes on the inside of the left leg. Take another breath in. Maybe push the left hand or elbow into the inside of the leg. Exhale, side bend, reaching the crown of head towards the toes. Plant the right hand down by your right hip. Breathe in as you push the hips up. Land the left toes down. Sweep the left hand behind. Exhale to hold. Breathe in, lower the hips down, left hand reaches out. Exhale, bend the elbow, right hand behind the head. One more time, breathe in, push the right hand down, lift the hips. Exhale, hold, wild thing variation. Come back through center, we'll try that the other side. So swap the right foot out so it's in front of the left. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, walk forward and then over your right leg. Try to square the shoulders to the ground. Take another breath in. Find a ripple to lift. Exhale to soften and fold. Walk your hands back a bit. Plant the right hand down. Left hand behind the head. Breathe in. Open the left elbow back. Exhale to close. Breathe in. So you want to push through your right hand a little bit to travel the right shoulder underneath. Exhale, fold and deepen. Make sure the left hip doesn't come off. 2 more times in your own breath. Sliding the shoulders down the spine. Really warming up into the thoracic spine and the shoulders a little bit here. Next time you open the left elbow, hold. As you exhale, slide the right leg out, connecting the left foot to the inner of the leg. Right hand on the inside of the leg. Breathe in, rotate the left shoulder back even more. As you exhale, can you lean over, reach the crown of head over towards the toes. Left hand comes towards the hips. Breathe in as you push your hips up, reach the right hand away. Exhale, hold. Breathe in, hips down. Exhale, side bend. Draw the left elbow back. One more time, breathe in. Exhale, hold, squeeze the glutes. Breathe in, come down. Exhale, side bend. Really nice. Come on out of there, everyone. Let's bring our hands to the ground. Spread the fingertips wide. Then when you're ready, tuck onto the toes, lift the hips up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Pedaling out your feet here if that feels good. Dropping one heel down. Dropping the other heel down. Becoming acquainted with the sensations in your body today. Linking the movement with our breath, letting that be our anchor for what is happening here right now. Not before, not afterwards. And there's something really special when we can find those moments, those pockets of joy from just breathing and being here. Okay, we're going to start a new flow just once each side. Breathe in, sweep the right toes high, 3-legged dog. Hold here. Squaring the hips, so you're trying to draw the right hip in line with the left hip. Soften the left knee. Breathe in as you open the right hip, so you stack it on top of the left, open the right shoulder. Exhale, close the hip. Let's try that a few more times. Breathe in to open, lift the right toes as high as you can. Exhale to close. Just one more time, breathe in, open, lift up the toes. Exhale, close. Hold for your breath in. Exhale, roll forward, right knee to the nose. Step the right foot in between the hands. Lower the left knee down to the ground, untuck the left toes. Breathe in, lift up, push through your feet. Exhale, Anjaneyasana, reaching the fingertips up and back, opening the chest a little bit more. Breathe in as your hands come to the ground, tuck left toes. Exhale, step forward, Uttanasana, feet hip width distance. Fold yourself forward. Hands to shins, breathe in, lift halfway. Slide the shoulders down the back, hold for your exhale. Little squeeze of the glutes here, so you're active through the legs. And then reach your hands to your hips. Weight comes into the right foot. Breathe in as you sweep your left toes back, warrior 3. So we're aiming for about parallel with the ground. Although if your left toes want to come down a little bit closer, that's cool. Just lift your chest up a little bit more so we're in one long line. Hips square. Keep your body where it is, but then start to bend the left knee. So you're squeezing the glute, lifting the left toes. Breathe in as you take your left knee wide, almost like you're trying to tap towards the left elbow. And then as you exhale, come all the way up, stork pose. Breathe in as you lift the left knee up to the chest. And then as you exhale, we come around back the other way. So reversing, leaning forward, taking the knee wide, and then reaching the left toes back into warrior 3. Hold for your breath in. And then as you exhale, turn your hips towards the left. You can imagine your half moon here. Ooh, yeah, getting really into balance straight away. Take a long step back with your left foot, warrior 2. So your right toes are turning forward, left toes are turning to the side. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, bend your right knee, drop into the hips. Lengthen both legs, walk your left foot in a little bit more. Breathe in as you push your hips back, reach your right hand forward. Exhale, maybe right fingertips to your shin as you lift your left hand up to the sky. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Slide the shoulders down the spine. Little tuck in of the tailbone here. This is such a great one to open the adductors. Bring some strength into the core. Breathe in as you bring both hands to the ground. Exhale, step your right foot back, and you might flow through a vinyasa. So knees or toes on your exhale, chaturanga, come down to the ground. Untuck the toes, breathe in, bhujangasana, cobra pose. It might be baby cobra, it might be a little bit more lifted. As you exhale, push on your knees, tuck toes, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take a breath. Let's try that on the other side. So breathe in, sweep the left toes high, three-legged dog. Hold here for your exhale. Try square your left hip in line with your right, and what will help with this is bending your right knee, so your bottom leg, because that means that we can ease up the tension of the right hamstring and we don't have to compensate. Breathe in as you open the left hip, lift up the left toes. Exhale, close the hip. Breathe in to open, spiral the chest open as well. Exhale to close. Keep the leg long. One more, breathe in. Breathe out. Hold for your breath in. Maybe lift up the left heel a bit more. Exhale, roll forward, left knee to the nose. Set the left foot in between the hands lightly. Lower the right knee down. Breathe in, lift the arms, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, hold, push away from the ground, but let your hips soften down. Breathe in, hands to the ground, lift your back knee. Exhale, step forward, Uttanasana, forward fold. Hands to shins, breathe in, lift halfway. Hold for your exhale, lift the belly button, tuck the ribs in a little bit. Hands come to the hips. Breathe in, shift the weight into your left foot. Start to sweep your right toes back. Exhale, Virabhadrasana 3. So squaring the right hip in line with the left, sliding shoulders down the spine. Then start to bend the right knee. Squeeze the glute a little bit. Breathe in, and then as you exhale, draw the right knee wide. As you inhale, lift yourself up, draw the right knee up into the chest, stork pose. And then as you exhale, take it reverse. So right knee goes wide, and then dive yourself down. Breathe in, warrior 3. Exhale, hold. Take another deep breath in. And then as you exhale, open the hips, open the shoulders to the right. If you need to, bring your right toes down. Ardha Chandrasana, floating half moon. Goal here is to get the left shoulder underneath the right. Long step back, Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2. Open your arms wide. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, drop into the hips a little bit, soften the shoulders. Lengthen the legs, breathe in, walk your right foot in. Push your hips back. Exhale, left fingertips towards the shin. Right hand comes up. So a little tuck in of the right ribs here. Making your left hand really light. One more breath. Breathe in, hands come to the ground, tuck onto the right toes. So you exhale, left foot comes back, chaturanga, option to come halfway. Breathe in, baby cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Let's take about 2 more breaths here before we head into a new flow. This one's going to be a little bit more balanced as well. A little bit more challenging for our hips and our spine. Walk your feet wide on your mat if you had one, or just about twice as wide as your hips if you don't have a mat. Walk your hands towards your feet. So you're in a wider leg, Uttanasana, forward fold at the back of your mat. Cross your left hand over to your right shin or your ankle. Right hand comes towards the left ankle, left shin. Just make sure the right elbow's in front. You can stay here and pull on your hands to try and get your chest down a little bit more. If you felt like more, start to twist the chest open to the right. You're trying to think about turning the eye gaze towards the front, Right elbow's going forward, left elbow's going back. Ooh, so yeah, definitely a big twist here. Quite a lot for the shoulders as well. Take another breath in. Exhale, hold. Come back through center. Walk your feet in underneath your hips. Shift your weight into your right foot, that's right. Your right hand might come around your outside of your left foot, or you might walk it up a little bit higher, depending on how you're feeling today. Left hand comes to the left hip. This is going to be pretty juicy for our balance. Okay, when you're ready, push through your right foot. Start to lift yourself up, and you might have your left knee a little bit more bent, or you can extend your left foot out a little bit more. Drawing your shoulders back and down, take another breath in, lift tall through the spine. As you exhale, turn the left hand towards the back, chest towards the left, and you might start to turn the eye gaze down the left side of the body as well. One more breath. You can shake out your ankle if you need here, otherwise come back through center. Left peace fingers around the left big toe, right hand comes to the hip. Now you might stay here, or you can extend your left foot a little bit further away. Option is to bring the left hand around the left thigh as well. Take another deep breath in, lift up. Exhale, maybe turn the eye gaze down the right. Whew. Slide the left foot over the right. Take a breath in, lift up tall. This is where it gets fun. As you exhale, come to the tops, so the sides of your feet. Bend your knees. Slowly sit yourself down into Sukhasana, or as slow as you can. You can always use your hands as you need. Now feel free to stay down on the ground if you wanted to. Start to push through the edges of your feet again. Breathe in as you lift yourself back up through standing. Exhale to hold. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, bend the knees. Taking a couple of breaths to come all the way back down. Really nice. Okay, extend the left leg out front. Shift your weight forward. Bend the left knee, Anjaneyasana. Breathe in, lift the arms. Exhale to hold. Hands come to the ground. Breathe in, shift your hips back, Ardha Hanumanasana. Exhale to fold. Tuck the chin in. Breathe in, shift your weight forward, hands plant. Exhale, step yourself back. Optional Vinyasa, or you can send it straight back to downward facing dog. Walk your feet to the edges of the mat again. Last time on this side, walk your hands back. Breathing in, breathing out to fold. This time, right hand comes around the outside of the left leg. Right hand comes around the outside of the right leg, maybe the ankle. You can stay here and just fold forward, maybe pull on the hands. If you felt like more, start to twist your chest open to the left this time. So your right elbow spins to the back of the room, left elbow forward, almost like you're trying to look towards the top of the mat. Lift your hips as high as you can on your breath in. As you exhale, maybe pushing the right shoulder into the right leg to open even more. Come back through center. Walk your feet underneath your hips. Left hand comes around the outside of the right foot this time, or high up on the leg if you wanted more support. Right hand comes to the hip. Shoulders down. Breathe in as you push through the left foot to lift your right foot up. Exhale to hold. Squeeze the shoulders down. Take another breath in. Start to reach your right hand back. Exhale, spin the chest open to the right. So you can always have your right knee bent here as well. Let's try one more breath. Come back through center. If you need to shake out your ankle, you can. Otherwise, right peace fingers around the right big toe. Left hand to the left hip, breathe in. As you exhale, push the right toe up and away. Right knee might be bent, might be a little bit longer. You Could even start to turn the eye gaze towards the left. So lots of strength building in the adductor here. One more breath. And then cross the right foot over the left. Left foot walks back a little bit. So your feet are about hip width distance here. Breathe in, lift up. Exhale, start to bend the knees. Knees travel out wide. I personally find this side a bit more challenging. When you're ready to breathe in at the bottom, if you wanted to, exhale, push through the outsides of your feet. Make your way all the way back up. Try to keep the chest as lifted as possible. Breathe in. Exhale, bend again. Really nice. Once you're down, take a big step forward with the right foot. Might even need to wiggle it forward even more. Left knee comes down. Breathe in, lift the arms, Anjaneyasana. Exhale to hold. Hands come down, breathe in as you shift your weight back. Exhale, hold, Ardha Hanumanasana. Let's try one more breath here. Breathe in as you shift your weight forward, tuck onto the left toes, lift your left knee. Exhale, step your right foot back, flowing through your vinyasa in your own time. Heading back into our downward facing dog. And just once, we're going to walk our feet to the edges of the mat again. Walk your feet back. This time we'll have an option to do a different variation before we practice our Surya Yantrasana. First is just to find any variation of forward fold that works for you here. If you're feeling pretty up to it, bend your knees a little bit. Try walk your hands behind you, clasping onto the backs of the ankles. You can always walk your feet out a little bit more here. You want to think about pushing the hands into the calves to shift your shoulders underneath your knees. If you can do this wherever you are, try lengthen your legs a little bit more. So this will also help you get a little bit more, the traction of the shoulders on the back of the legs will help pull you underneath. If you felt like more, bringing maybe your left hand to your left hip, maybe right hand to the right hip. Almost like you're trying to bring them to each other, but this can feel quite intense. So just breathe. And we haven't warmed up too much here, so just be careful. Only moving where you can breathe and feel comfortable. Release the hands to the ground. Walk yourself forward into a plank, and we'll move through a vinyasa just to rinse that out. So breathing in, exhaling. Your back bend of choice on your breath in. But as you exhale, keep the knees on the ground, cross your feet over, come into a seat. Okay. Let's have a little practice with our compass pose. And it's not going to be too long because this is quite a short class. If you wanted to explore it in more depth, you can check out the Patreon video. So you're going to sit down, and we'll start with the left foot first. So first option is just to stay in the seat. Second option, you can lift up your foot, kind of cradle it like a baby. Third option, you're going to lift your left hip, sliding your left knee as close up to your left shoulder as you can. And it might be further down the arm. That's okay, just keep working on it. Okay, if you felt like more, right hand comes around the outside of the left foot. Left fingertips reach to the side. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, push the left heel away. And you're trying to get the head under the right shoulder. Looking up towards the ceiling, the sky. Pushing the left shoulder into the left leg. And then when you're ready, just coming back down. So this is just kind of like a sneak peek of where you can go in your practice. When you're ready, let's swap to the other side. So again, maybe you stay in a seat. Listen to what your body is trying to tell you. Maybe you cradle the foot. Maybe lifting the right hip, taking the right leg over the shoulder. Left hand comes around the outside of the right foot. Right fingertips stay to the side. You might stay here or take a deep breath in. As you exhale, you push your right foot up. You try to lengthen your spine as much as you can. So think reaching the crown of the head towards the foot. Ooh, so good. Take another breath in. Exhaling to release. Well done, everyone. Okay, we've done a lot of work. Let's head down onto our back. Rolling yourself down. Take the feet wide on the mat, hands out by your sides, and just drop the knees from one side and then to the other side, just letting the back of the spine release. Couple of different options. You could bring your feet up over your head. Bring your feet up over your hips. You could also rest them against the wall. If you'd like to find halasana or another inversion, bring your hands down by your sides. Start to lift your hips. If you're trying halasana, you're going to take your feet up and over your head. If you're trying shoulder stand, you're trying to stack your feet on top of the hips, on top of the shoulders. Wherever you can, just breathing. Taking 2 more breaths. And slowly rolling down the spine wherever you are. Feel free to stay down, just letting the spine resettle. Otherwise, you can bring your feet behind your hips, hands by your sides, starting to push through your feet, lifting your hips up. Setu Bandhasana is a counterpose to that deeper flexion that we just had in Halasana. Take another breath in. Exhale, slowly lower down. If there are any other movements you would like to take for Shavasana, this is a great time to do so. So maybe another twist might feel nice. If you are ready for Shavasana, and I encourage you to stay for the next couple of minutes. Maybe you extend your legs out long, let the toes and the knees roll out. Hands by your sides, or you can bring the hands onto your body. Closing down the eyes. Slowing down the rhythm of the breath. Letting your body rest after quite an exertive, if that's a word, an exerting practice. Just bringing your awareness back into your body, on the ground, in your space, and wherever you are practicing. If you had longer to stay in Shavasana, I would highly encourage you just to pause the video right now, maybe stay here for a couple more minutes. If you would like to transition out with me, just maybe wiggling the toes, wiggling the fingers, breathing a little bit deeper. And then just finding your way up into a seat. Closing down the eyes again. And I thank you so much for practicing with me today. It was fun, challenging, lots of balance and exploration. And, I think it's fun to be curious about what our body can do, and really thank it for where it is. Because we're all on different journeys. We just want to be here with ourselves and remember it's not a performance. Thank you again. I hope to see you again sometime soon, either here or on YouTube. This is YouTube or Patreon. From me to you, namaste. Thank you, my friends. It was such a pleasure. Let me know how you found it in the comments below. It would mean a lot if you could share it with a friend. Give this video some engagement. It really helps to support this channel and means I can keep creating this content for you. Much love.